Chapter 1: The Sketch and the Silence. The park was quiet that afternoon, the kind of quiet that felt like a held breath. Spring had just begun to stretch its limbs, buds on branches, sunlight warming stone benches, and petals drifting like confetti from the cherry trees. Emma sat cross-legged on the grass, sketchbook balanced on her knees. Her pencil moved quickly, capturing the curve of a tree, the tilt of a lamppost, the way the light fell across the path. But her eyes kept drifting to a boy sitting alone on a bench nearby. He was writing. Not texting, not scrolling, writing. In a real notebook with a real pen. His posture was still, but his fingers moved like they were chasing something delicate. Emma tilted her head, intrigued. She stood, walked over, and stopped a few feet away. "Mind if I sketch you?" she asked, her voice light but honest. The boy looked up. His eyes were soft, thoughtful. "Only if you make me look mysterious." Emma grinned. "Deal." She sat on the edge of the bench, angled her sketchbook, and began. He didn't speak, and she didn't ask questions. The silence between them felt natural, like a shared language neither had to learn. When she finished, she turned the book toward him. The sketch was simple, his profile, the notebook in his lap, the cherry blossoms overhead. But there was something in the way she'd drawn his eyes. Something true. He stared at it for a long moment. "You see more than most people do," he said quietly. Emma shrugged. "I like catching things before they disappear." He smiled. "I'm Noah." "Emma." They shook hands like old friends meeting again after years apart. That day became a rhythm. Every Saturday, they met in the park, Emma with her sketchbook, Noah with his poems. They didn't plan it. They just showed up like the trees and the breeze and the light. Emma would sketch people passing by, and Noah would write about them. Sometimes they'd trade pages. Sometimes they'd sit in silence. But slowly, their conversations grew. Noah told her about his love for words, how he'd started writing to make sense of things he couldn't say out loud. Emma shared stories about her art, how she saw emotions in color and movement. One afternoon, Emma sketched a girl dancing in the rain. Noah wrote a poem beside it. She twirls between thunder and laughter, a storm that never asks permission. Emma stared at the words. "That's beautiful." Noah shrugged. "It's you." She didn't reply. She just smiled, and that smile stayed with him for days. They began to walk home together after their park sessions. Sometimes they'd stop for coffee. Sometimes they'd sit on rooftops and watch the stars. Emma would talk about her dreams of studying art in Europe. Noah would listen, quietly encouraging her, even though the thought of her leaving made something ache inside him. Noah never voiced the ache her leaving stirred, he simply listened, letting her dream. And Emma, quietly sketching his world, was falling for the way he made silence feel.